everybody, I'm Jammer. It's been a while. Oh, I always say that all the time. I know, but took a little break. We're back, and we're doing this. For real this time. Nintendo just barely announced their E3 plans this year for 2019, and as nobody's surprised, they have a Nintendo Direct coming the Tuesday before the show. It's starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, and then they also announced that the Splatoon World Championships, as well as the Super Smash Bros. Invitational, is also going to be returning, this time on a different day, but still the same song and dance. Cool! Cool. Yeah, it's basically what we kind of expected, but that just means E3 is right around the corner. It is 1 month out. Whoa. Which means we don't have a lot of time to talk about Animal Crossing, because I'm sure and willing to bet it's going to be at E3. Now, this won't be like an official E3 predictions or anything like that, but more of a, so consider this more of a wish list. I have like so many ideas of what I could hope for, or what I could want in a new Animal Crossing game, but I'm trying to limit myself until we actually see some concrete stuff. So today, we're going through the top 10 wish lists of Animal Crossing that I have. No, let's try that again. Now reintroducing everyone's favorite show, everyone's returning favorite, the top Animal Crossing lists that we want in this one in E3 2019. Oh, gosh. Top wish list predictions for Animal Crossing Switch that may be revealed at E3 2019. Whatever, okay, you know what? We're just gonna talk about things I want. We'll start at the bottom and count down to number 1, starting off with number 57. New locations. This is a thing that Animal Crossing has experimented with first with, I mean, even since the original. They gave you the option with the Game Boy Advance link cable to plug in, visit this island that you could also have your little island hut, have a new villager there. At the end of the day, it was kind of a little bit of a gimmick, but it was pretty cool that you could visit a different place that wasn't really your town, you know? New Leaf also brought back the island and actually included some new stuff you could do there, like the multiplayer minigames, which we'll touch on later. But the big one, the people that were really excited about, was the city that they introduced in City Folk. It was such a magical experience to take this bus, to feel like you're going off to a far off land, you know, to kind of leave your village life to enter this big city world. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it was kind of just a bunch of shops in a little area, not really so much to do there, but it was just like the feeling of it, the presence of that area. I would love to see more locations to visit in this next Animal Crossing game. I mean, a great example is to look at Pocket Camp. Well, you know, you kind of do travel around the area using your little RV. What if there was something similar where there was like a bus route? And perhaps these locations could, since they're disconnected from your town, could actually be some sort of multiplayer thing where they're more like multiplayer hubs where you could visit random people or even go with friends. Building off that idea, it brings us to number 56. Timed events like in Pocket Camp. Every month, Pocket Camp hosts like a week-long event that's like timed, and it's a variety of different kind of minigames where it's like a fishing event or a fortune cookie event or whatever, all leading up to exclusive items, clothing, furniture, and whatever. But the unique part about bringing something like that into Animal Crossing on the Switch was because, you know, everyone's town is going to be a different time zone. People might be time traveling. Okay, we're not time traveling. We're not time traveling. But the idea of these crossover events could be something that across the board all players can participate in, regardless of what time or season their particular game is. It's something that the entire community can participate in all at the same time together, whether it be a fishing, bug tournament, or whatever ideas they might have. This is also a great way to continue to introduce more crossover events like they did with Splatoon, as well as Super Mario in Pocket Camp, more stuff like that to include here in Animal Crossing Switch. Skipping down the list a bit, we're gonna go to number 42. Random visitors. This is kind of one of the more exciting things about Animal Crossing that kind of mixes up your day-to-day life. Holidays, you know, they're holidays. And the weeks before them always build up to it. You know, you're getting excited for Christmas or Halloween or whatever. But beyond the holidays, you know, every single other day is just a regular day. And of course, there's plenty to do during regular days. Just go do your daily chores, fish, hang out with villagers. But you know, after a while, a regular day just ends up being a regular day. So that's where the random visitors always, you know, kind of spice things up, change up your normal routine. The thing is, they don't come enough. Rather than making them weekly events, let's make them almost daily events. Let's give players something to do, something new to do almost every single day. I mean, why not, right? There's a giant cast of characters to pull from that in the past have been random visitors. You have Crazy Red's Black Market, you have Katrina's fortune telling thing. You have Gracie used to be one with her car, Sahara, Joan, Wendell, Gulliver. I mean, that's already 7. I mean, I'm not saying we should just make one character each day of the week, but you know, there's more than enough characters to have something going on every day of the week. Perhaps there's some sort of maybe town square in this new Animal Crossing game where maybe there's like a certain plot that's always reserved for some sort of traveling salesman, a place where, you know, a traveling shop can set up, or even some sort of like activity or whatever. Maybe a person you talk to that is traveling to the area and maybe needs some fish caught or whatever, just something interactive to do with a new character. Oh. And speaking of which, this goes right down into the next number 41, right? Holidays, but more of them. Okay, let's move on. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like with every iteration of Animal Crossing, it just feels like there've been less and less holidays. I mean, it's nice how they've been different and changed over the years, and they've been fun, more interactive, but I'd love to see more just like little miscellaneous holidays like there was in the original game on GameCube. For example, they had the spring sports fair, they had the morning exercises during the summer, as well as like police day, where you just like respect your policemen. Like, you know, stuff like that. Again, going with the theming of the random visitors, giving players more things to do, more holidays to look forward to. They don't have to be big and expansive like, you know, the big ones like Bunny Day or Halloween and stuff like that. They can just be small little things like, I don't know, tie-dye day, where maybe you just like design a t-shirt or make a tie-dye looking shirt with villagers. Or Funny Hat Day, where you just kind of wear a funny hat and I don't know, you just rate hats, I guess. Perhaps there's even like some sort of like sale day, maybe like Black Friday or a spring cleaning, or like even flea market day where like everyone in the town's trying to sell stuff. And to expand upon that, maybe make these holidays have the option for multiplayer involvement. I don't think that was an option in the past anyways, but wouldn't it be fun to do like the trick-or-treating or the Halloween minigame with a player in your town, you know? It'd be fun to be able to participate in these holidays with your friends and really focus on that multiplayer aspect of this game. Speaking of which, that leads us right into our next point, number 37. More multiplayer stuff. The inclusion of the island in New Leaf was awesome. Having the option to play those multiplayer minigames with friends was such a blast. I'd love to see even more of those and really just building off the focus of just multiplayer. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, Animal Crossing is a single player experience, or at least designed for that. But at the same time, like, the more kind of multiplayer experiences they involve in this game, the more big community they can involve and bring together. I'd love to see more ways to interact with your friends, you know, the hosting your own parties, get-togethers, or even like tournaments of fishing and bud catching, and perhaps making obstacle courses and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, making up your own minigames is always fun, like, you know, where you do like a hide and go seek and whatever, but I'd love to see more sanctioned in-game activities to do with your friends. Skipping down the list a little bit, let's move on to number 20. Okay, ready for this one? Ready? Mayor-ness. Being the mayor was first introduced in the last iteration of this game, right? And I felt like it was just kind of half-baked. It was trying out this new idea, but it was held back. There's so much more they could do with this idea. First of all, public works need to be revamped. I don't want to run around the town with Isabelle, checking every square to see if it'll fit. No, let's just do it from in the office. There are plenty of games that do it where you kind of zoom out over the town. You can like move and test where a building or a street lamp might look. Maybe it breaks the immersion a little bit, but it's so tedious to run around the town with Isabelle. And speaking of which, public works project in general should be easier to unlock. It's just ridiculous. It's way too random to just have a villager come up to you and say, hey, maybe we need a clock tower. I put like hundreds upon hundreds of hours in that game. I'm still not even close to getting all of them unlocked. Even trying to find the one I'm trying to look for. Like, I don't have the police station yet. That's like that's a main building. What? Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No. It'd be also cool to build more interactive spaces, you know, beyond just Brewster's Cafe and the police station. Perhaps there's like, you can build a grocery store or a clothing department, or, you know, you can build some shops and kind of design them just like you do in Happy Home Designer. I'm kind of combining those two ideas into the, you know, mainline titles here. In addition to that, the ordinance system. It's cool that you can kind of set a law or a rule for your town, you know, to kind of increase getting bells, change when the times for shops are open. But at the end of the day, everyone just picked beautiful town ordinance so then your flowers wouldn't die. And then what? That's basically it. I think giving the ability to maybe mix and match ordinances, giving more options, and being able to set kind of different rule sets. I don't know, like being able to experiment more than just saying, okay, you know, no weeds, because who isn't gonna pick that? And finally, what if mayors could even create holidays themselves? I mean, like, nothing too expansive or crazy. Maybe there's like a list of a couple of like preset different kind of holidays you could host in your town, right? Kind of similar in a way to Sims, how if you can host a party and it can be like a dance party, a costume party, birthday party, but kind of similar to that, where there's a selection of themed different events that you could host in your town, right? And then you could even set the days and times for when they go, you know, just to kind of, again, first of all, to give more power to the mayor, but also give, again, the player more to do in the town. And this one perfectly segues into, it's a little bit lower in the list, but let's just jump to it, you know. Number 12. More villager interactions. That is one of the things that does shine about the Animal Crossing series is because there's the dialogue trees for a lot of the villagers is so deep and complex, and there's not complex. There's a giant catalog of scripted responses that they can make. They feel more like natural, not just like a bunch of computer code, which is cool. I remember in Wildwood when they gave villagers the option to be able to actually hold tools, it felt like, whoa, oh my gosh, like they could fish too? They didn't though, but I love to see be able to do more things with villagers besides just sit on a bench with them, watch them walk in circles and tell you to go away because they're thinking. I love that you can invite them to hang out at your house or vice versa, but let's build off that idea. Maybe invite hangouts in other places, maybe at at the campsite or the island, or maybe you guys go shopping at Nooks together. More mini games for them to participate in than just the hide and seek. And basically an expansion of chores, more than just, you know, running things back and forth between villagers, but instead more things to do with the villagers. Okay. We'll skip down the list a little bit. Let's just go to number 7. Happy Home Academy. Let's really give a purpose to this thing, besides just getting points for points' sake, and maybe you get something in the mail like a tissue box or something. I loved how in City Folk they had like the model home, right? And then you could try to compete in that monthly tournament to get the most points, and you could, I don't even remember what the reward was, honestly. But let's go even farther with that, right? Kind of tying back to the point I made with number 56? 2? Tying into the timed events. What if across the board there was a Happy Home Academy that was again in the city and where they could host real-time monthly events, right? Perhaps there's a theme for April saying, hey, let's see who can design the best lawn-based house or something. So you could design your room or whatever, and you could kind of post it as an entry into into this event. And beyond that, you could visit the HHA. Similar to like Street Pass, you could actually view all these homes and actually check out all the ones that have been submitted, and even beyond that, vote for them. Maybe give them a yeah or whatever you want to call it. Now the whole community can participate in this kind of, it's not a tournament. Why do I keep wanting to say tournament? I guess it kind of is. So they can participate in the HHA Battle Royale. Only one house can survive. Yeah. Point is, it'd be a really great way for the entire community to communicate and collaborate and work together. Be a part of something bigger and not make Animal Crossing feel like it's just kind of your village and town off that way. Next up, number 6. Get ready, guys. This one's pretty cool. Ready, ready, ready? Able Sisters Online Catalog. I know. Pretty great. I love to see them expand being able to make custom clothing and wallpapers and whatever, and be able to actually post it on like an online community, be able to share your creations. So 3DS tried to do it, you know, where you could make a QR of it, but then once you made the QR, where do you post it? I mean, I guess just in your own social groups, right? I'd love for them to have an option where you could kind of keep it within the same ecosystem of Animal Crossing, where you could post your dress or your little funny hat you made, and can be shared with the entirety of the online community. Tying into the last point, they could even make clothing tournaments or events where, you know, you can design certain clothing and submit it and people can vote on it. Again, still tying into the theme of, you know, more of an online community together. Why am I doing all this with my hands? Oh my gosh. All right, look, okay, we're running out of time here. We skipped a lot of ideas. Let's just go to number 1, okay? Number one. This is the big one. I saved this to the end because it's the best idea. I think of all things they should bring back in Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch. Balls. While I hated those things because I always kicked them in a river, bring back the balls because... But what do you guys think? What are your hopes for Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch? We will probably be hearing of it very soon. And once we hear of it, you guys know that I love this series. Man, I'm just falling apart. I am a huge Animal Crossing fan. So I hope you come along with me for this journey. Can't wait to play with even you guys in Animal Crossing. It's gonna be a ton of fun. So of course, look forward to more content upcoming before E3 comes up. Of course, I'll have an official prediction video once we're a little bit closer. I'll give it some time. But before that, we'll do some preliminary stuff, talking about maybe specific games, and then we'll do one big hurrah right before the big week. I can't believe it's here. Oh my gosh, this beginning of the year has just flown by. Oh my gosh. So the channel anniversary is apparently a week from Saturday. Okay, I totally dropped the ball on that. But as a reminder, we are hosting a little bit of a collaboration with you guys. You guys could submit fan art. You could submit a little paragraph of text, a voice recording, a video, memes, whatever you want to submit. I plan on to include your guys' content in this year's kind of video. The information about that stuff is in the Discord, link in the description. It's better explained there. Sorry, I did not even realize it's coming. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I talked to you guys about it earlier, but I'll be reminding you guys soon again in other videos as well as on Twitter and whatever. So if you want to be a part of that, get ready, it's coming up soon. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!